90% Hoosier fans. How do you best describe how different this scene is than anything else that you have seen?
It's pure euphoria. And I think it's because of the long-suffering nature of Indiana fans. They've never been here before, and they are soaking it up. There's an appreciation. You and I have been here a lot, Scott, even back in the 14 playoff era. When a team has been as dominant as Indiana, there's almost a little bit of a, for some teams previously, a fear that something's going to go wrong next. That's not what I sense from these fans. It's just unbridled joy. And it is so cool to watch. It's been great to watch them just revel in it. It's been awesome.
I sent something out on social media earlier today that it was obvious from the moment I landed in Atlanta that seemingly everyone from the state of Indiana, Bloomington, Indiana, and all of their massive alumni all around the country had converged on this place for the biggest game they've ever seen yet. There's now one bigger. We'll get to that in a minute. But they dominated this building, and then their team dominated this game. How thoroughly did they put their stamp on this 60 minutes of football, Reese?
I mean, they just keep doing it, Scott. I mean, the thing is, and, you know, Sean and Greg during the broadcast compared them to 2019 LSU a few times. And I think in terms of dominance, there are parallels. But it was very different. You had, like, overwhelming physical stars on that team. You had, you know, Justin Jefferson, you had Joe Burrow, you had Terrace Marshall. Yeah, you had Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So many stars. These guys have stars, but it's more about use the word surgical in the highlight. That's what they're surgical. They're precise. They're disciplined. Not that LSU wasn't, but it's just different. And I mean, it's beautiful football to watch. This is the second time. You mentioned the Illinois game earlier when you and I were watching the game in the back.
Yep.
Second time this year, I've watched a blowout in which Indiana's played and thoroughly enjoyed it because it's a couple of the most beautiful displays of football I've ever seen. They've been fantastic.
Because of their history prior to Cignetti arriving in Bloomington, I think that there's been a hesitation among people in college football. There's a yeah, but. Well, let's wait. Okay, yeah, but. Then they obliterate Alabama. It's a splattering here against Oregon, and now Miami stands in their way. But there's no reason to have any doubt of who they are at this point, is there?
They've proved. What's the old saying? When someone shows you who they are, you ought to believe them. Let's go ahead and believe in these guys. They're amazing. This guy, that Fernando Mendoza, was up here with us for just a second, talking to McElroy there. I called a game. I first met him when I called the Cal-Miami game, oddly enough, in Berkeley when game day was there. Such an engaging guy, talented guy, but this is high-level quarterbacking, man, and it's really a spectacular thing to see.
And it's not just high-level quarterbacking.
No.
It's the defense that comes out. And look, Oregon conspired in its own demise in a way that I'm sure that they will look back at this and go, my goodness, we didn't need to help them to this degree, but I don't know if it would have mattered had they not.
Yeah, I don't think it would have. But you're right. It certainly was demoralizing after the first play. And then really they responded well after the first play, pick six. But then when they had the other turnover and the defense just kept coming, we got Fernando back all of a sudden.
Long time no see, guys.
had to go get that trophy, right?
Yeah, just come back.
You're kind to come back. We'll pick up the conversation.
Hang out with you guys. Come on.
I appreciate that. Well, listen, we were just raving about the nature of this game and the way the defense set the tone. How do you best explain the role they played in helping light the fuse tonight, quite literally right out of the gate?
Right out of the gate. And people and coaches who really understand football know how important the turnover margin is. And today, we just simply blew them out of the water. And that was because of our great defense. We had 28 forced points after turnovers. And that was huge. There's a lot of plays that we're looking at the iPad on the sideline. It's a 3-play drive, 4-play drive. And it's not because we're having super explosive plays on offense, which we did, but it's because of our field position. It's fantastic. And our defense and our offense, they complement each other so well. And it's that synergy that we're able to play with. And that's how we're able to put up 50 whatever points we did.
You've mentioned the words culture and synergy a couple of times. Give me an example of what that means and why it contritudes to your success.
Yeah, so I don't really know what synergy means. I just... It's an SAT word. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's great.
No, it really, culture and synergy, it really is important because when I'm playing with my guys and the offensive linemen, and when we know each other to a personal level and are truly best friends with each other, when I set up on a receiver and he gets blown up, it's not like, oh, bad read on me. It's those are my best friends. Those are my best friends. So it makes each other play off each other, and whenever, we can hold each other accountable, and it really just rises the level. It's not just myself. It's the offensive line. It's the defense. We all enable each other to rise each other's level of play.
Your coach has a resting posture that appears to be annoyed even when you're ahead by quite a few. But your turnover margin's best there is. You guys don't turn the ball over. You don't get penalized. You're best on third down offense, best on third down defense. What about tonight's play, Fernando, do you think he would be most pleased with from your team?
Wow. I would say the defense. The defense, Coach Haynes always does a great job with the leaders on defense, whether it's Aiden Fisher, D'Angelo Pons, Amari Farrell. There's so many that could be here for a couple minutes naming all the players on defense. But I think I'd be most proud of the defense. On offense, there's still a couple things we got to clean up here and there, and there's always room for improvement. However, our defense enabled us to play so well and be able to get a lot of points on the board.
How did your defense help you get better when you got there? I read what you said the other day. Yeah. I'm really good. I don't know. I mean, how did it help?
So when you first get in spring ball, you're the transporter quarterback in now's day and age. And you're like, wow, it's supposed to be kind of like the hot shot, supposed to throw a couple touchdowns the first day. Be like, hey, that's why they brought me in here. And that was not the first day for me. The first day was a dose of Aiden Fisher, D'Angelo Pons, and Devin Boykin. All of those guys and Coach Haynes. And, I struggled, especially in spring ball and early in fall camp. I definitely struggled. But that struggle and that want to get better as an offense and want to get better from myself, the receivers, running backs, head ends, we all struggled together, and that's what made us a great offense now in this point of the season.
RD, he's got 8 touchdowns and 5 incompletions in the playoffs. So I'd say the answer to man ain't good is yes, you are. And it was brought up, obviously, the Miami connection, and now it's the U. It's a homecoming, and they stand in your way. 60 minutes of football for this movie that Coach told you in Pasadena would be a heck of a movie. To write the ending you want, what do you feel like is the most important thing that you can provide your team?
Well, the Miami Hurricanes, what a special football team. Coach Cristobal does a fantastic job with the Hurricanes. They had a great win last night against Ole Miss, and like you mentioned, myself growing up in Miami, if I put a little Google map from my house to the University of Miami campus, it'd be under a mile. And so this game means a lot to myself, means a lot to the people in Florida who are in our team who are from Florida, but it's a national championship. It means a lot to everybody. Yeah. So we just got to make sure we play the best 60 minutes of football. I get it's a national championship, but eliminate all the outside distraction and noise, and let's just play the best Indiana brand of football we can for 60 minutos.
Artie?
Do you have any trouble handling emotion like that? You seem like that you don't, but this is going to be a different thing for you. I mean, your dad played with Mario in high school. The whole thing was an emotional game when you played them at Cal. How will you approach that to make sure you don't let it start creeping in on you?
Yeah, one thing that I think the coaching staff, especially Coach Shanahan and Coach Whitmer, have done a great job with myself is, hey, Fernando, we have a great team. You don't got to be Superman. Just be effective and efficient. And that's what I believe I should be able to show them the last 2 weeks. So against Miami, I'm just going to try to be as effective and efficient as our whole entire offense is going to try to be. Instead of, it's a national championship, we got to throw a knockout punch here. We're going to throw an uppercut. No, let's play our brand of football. Let's be efficient and effective like the Indiana Hoosiers are.
I will close with this and let you get to your team, your family, coaches to celebrate. Coach said he's going to celebrate with cracking open a beer. You got a plan for tonight? Who you celebrate with? What you plan to do?
Well, hopefully get back to Bloomington in time. I mean, that would be great for all the boys.
They're not leaving without you, I promise.
I would love to get back to Bloomington in time. I mean, it's a great college town. Great college town. So
I believe it's
details of national television.
Upstairs bar, right? And then that was called something like that? Maybe you don't know. But those that know. Congratulations on a tremendous night. You're good. You're good. Left hanging on national TV. It's fine. Fourth incompletion of the night. Hey, congratulations on a heck of a night. We'll see you down in Miami.
Thanks so much. God bless.
Yes, indeed. You as well. Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman Trophy winner and the superstar tonight with 5 touchdown passes, just 3 incompletions. They are 7.5-point favorites over the U when they get down to Miami. Again, it's a home game in theory for the Canes, but I'm telling you, I think secondary market being what it is, Reese, these folks are going to come in and like an absolute horde, they're gonna gobble up tickets and they're gonna fill that stadium.
I think it is, Scott. I'm gonna check my notes here. I think this is both schools get 20,000 tickets. The rest of 25,000 sold in various types of packages.
Okay.
I think these people are going to figure out how to get them. I mean, this is not going to be a home field advantage in terms of crowd for Miami, I don't think. Do you?
Well, just not based on what I've witnessed here, but there is a caveat to that, and that's that when you think about great programs historically, the U's on that list, and they've waited forever. I know Mario doesn't want to hear the question about being back, but this is as back as they've been in quite some time, and it's an opportunity in their own neighborhood to fill their stadium and cheer their group. I'm certain Canes fans are going to see this as a line in the sand and go, okay, well, we got some cash and we'll buy some tickets too. I just think it paints a heck of a picture just of what will be in the stands, fine. But in terms of what will be on the field, what's your first thought about the opposition that you present?
I think it's going to be the biggest challenge Indiana has faced, because on the lines of scrimmage, Miami is formidable and powerful. Offensive line, they will be able to handle some of the problems that Indiana has caused for Alabama, for Oregon, for the other good teams. What Miami, in my judgment, needs to do is make sure that they don't do what Oregon did tonight and what Miami did against Ole Miss, even though they got away with it last night, and help them. Make mistakes, silly penalties, hidden yardage that goes against you because you don't do the right thing, special teams or whatever it might be. You can't help these guys. But I do think this will be the biggest challenge